went from C to A in one semester, not because I am smarter, but because I use this exact formula. Most students study wrongly, and this causes a lot of harm done to their studies and subsequently affects their academic performance negatively. Let me tell you this secret. You are not lazy, but just that you are just using the wrong approach. Worry no more. In this video, I have good news for you. Get closer and let's dive into the main issue right here. The first thing I would like to talk about is that don't be too complacent. As an SHS graduate, you are now getting enrolled into tertiary institution, either the university or at a training college. Take your time and make sure you understand how the university or the college ecosystem is working. The environment you found yourself now is quite different from the environment you were back at SHS. So different things altogether. So you need to understand this. Don't be too complacent. No matter how your academic performance status back at SHS, either you were a brilliant student, an intelligent student, an A-list student, you need to take your time because the systems are different. Don't be too complacent. In terms of academics, a whole lot of things are happening. For example, at the university level here, for instance, some of the lecturers can tell you that some of the courses that you are reading or you are pursuing, they are not for brilliant students. Some courses are not for brilliant students, but they are for serious students. So that means there is a slight difference between someone who is a brilliant student compared to someone who is a serious student. Yes, in quote. So you need to understand that some courses are not actually for brilliant students. No matter how brilliant you are, but if you are not serious, it will be difficult for you to be able to score an A or for you to be able to excel in that course. The funny thing is that now, if you are a brilliant student back at your school, SHS, where you graduated, then when you come to the university level or the training college, you meet different people from various schools. They are also brilliant students as well. So you've seen that you're a brilliant student, but you come to the school, then you meet, other brilliant students as well. How are you going to compete with this kind of people? So at the university level or the training college, there's nothing like competition or something. You are not competing with anyone. Yes, it's just you and yourself. Just make sure you try your possible best to excel excellently in your academic performance. Make sure you are able to navigate your way through the school system. By understanding this, you'll be able to fit well in school. So the exact point I'm trying to make is that don't be too complacent. Don't put yourself into too much self-satisfaction and contentment. Don't see yourself to be a brilliant student, because when you do that, it's going to distort the whole process. You see yourself as a brilliant student, but at the end, the results will not be good. So when you come, don't be too complacent. See yourself to be a normal and average student, but keep on putting up the work. Be disciplined, keep showing up, keep learning, keep studying. Take your studies very serious, because how you study, your study habits back at SHS might not work once you are in the tertiary institution. So you need to change. It's all about adaptation. You need to adapt to the new system and make sure you are flexible and you make some changes in terms of how you study, your study techniques. Yes, because what you were using previously might not work currently. So understand how the system works so that you'll be able to navigate your way through. The second point I would like to highlight on is that know what works best for you. As a student, once you are enrolled into the tertiary institution, know what works best for you. Because don't imitate, don't try to do what your friends are doing. You are different individuals altogether as students, because what might work for your friend might not work for you. So don't try to imitate your friends. No. So you, the student, you should be able to understand and identify what actually works best for you. Some people are okay studying with their colleagues, that are study groups, but other people like to do it solo. They like to study individually, or they like to study alone. So identify what works best for you. Do you like studying with other people? Do you like studying alone? You should be able to identify this. Don't say because your friends study with groups, you need to join the study groups. It's compulsory or it's a must. No. Identify yourself and make sure you go by what works best for you. Other people like to study in their hostels. Other people will want to study at the library. Other people would like to study at cool places like study rooms. So you need to identify this. When you do that, you are not going to have effective study. No, you need to identify this. So in this case, self-awareness is very, very important. Know who you are, know what works best for you, know what you want, know your weaknesses, know your strength, your capabilities, know your motivations, your personal values, what works best for you. Go for what works best for you, not what works best for others. Now, our next thing to look at is that use this 4-part formula, READ, as in an acronym, R-E.A.D, READ. Now get ready and let's highlight what this acronym means respectively. As in an acronym, the first letter to look at is R, which means that review smarter, not harder. Most students reread their notes 5 times and remember nothing. Now, take note that A students use active recall. The best approach to this is that after class and after revising your notes, try as much as possible to close your notes. Close your notes and try to write everything you remember in 5 minutes. This is what sticks. Yes, trust me, when you pen it down, it is what you can remember so easily. What is written cannot be forgotten. So that is the rule. What is written cannot be forgotten easily. So try as much as possible after revising your notes or your lecture notes, try to write everything that you've remembered in some minutes. Write it with a pen yourself, practically write it down. And trust me, you'll be able to remember this in an exam situation. What you have written cannot be forgotten so easily. So try to pen it down because this is what sticks. Our next acronym to look at is E, which means that exam focused studying. As a student, don't study everything equally. Now take note that A students study what examiners ask. The exact clue is that get some past questions of your course and go through to see the pattern, how the exam questions are being set. Make sure you go through to see the pattern. Let me tell you one secret. Your lecturer tells you what's important in a way that they set questions. So that tells you that when you are at the lecture room or when you are at lectures, pay active attention to what is going on, because sometimes some of the questions that comes into the exams are not exactly in your slides or in your notes that the lecturer gives to the student. Sometimes what the lecturer says in class, you might meet them. There's likelihood that you might meet them in the exams. Yes, you might meet the questions, so make sure you pay attention. So the lecturer might tell you some important things in class in such a way that you might use them to ask you questions in an exam, which is not in the lecture note. So pay key attention to this. Whatever the lecturer is saying in class, take it very serious and make sure you note it down. Make sure you note important points down. Our next acronym to consider is A, which means that attendance and attention. You see, showing up is about 20% of the grade, but attention in class is about 50%. So basically, showing up is very, very important. Attending for lectures is important, because when you miss lectures, you miss some key aspect of the lecture. You might not understand, even though you can have the lecture note to go through, but you will not have the full understanding as compared to you being present in the lecture room to listen to the lecture whilst the lecturer is lecturing. So attendance is very, very important, and showing up for class counts about 20% of the grade. But attention in class, so have it in mind that there's a slight difference. You can be in class, but you are not paying attention, which is about 50%. So once you show up, which is about 20% of the grade, make sure you have a full attention in class so that to mount to the 50%, that will mass up to the grade. So showing up in class and also paying active attention whilst the lecture is going on gives you the edge, excel massively in your academic performance. So make sure you attend for lectures and also pay active attention to get this grade that we are talking about. So in this case, don't just be physically present, but pay full attention to the lecture, what is going on. So you can find that A students normally sit at the front rows so that they can have a full understanding of whatever that is going on in the lecture room. So sit in front rows and also make sure you pay full attention to the lecture. The last acronym to look at is T, which is discipline over motivation. You see, sometimes motivation dies moving forward, but systems don't. So it is discipline that will keep you going. Now, take note that A students don't feel motivated every day. They just don't break the streak. That's all. A practical example to this is that you can set a 2-hour no phone study block daily. At the same time, and make sure you treat it like a lecture that you cannot miss. So every day, that particular 2 hours, this is your effective study hour. No phone. When you are studying, your phone is away or your phone is on silence or mute. No calls, no WhatsApping, no TikToking, no Facebook, no social media. No phone study block for 2 hours. Make it your habit. These are some study habits that we are talking about. Make it your habit and practice it daily. At the same time, that particular 2 hours, treat it like a lecture that you cannot miss. Make it a serious one to see. It will become part and parcel of you. So it's now turning to your study habit. So this is going to help you in the long run to boost your academic performance, becoming an A student. Done with the acronyms. So our next point to look at is that use the 24-hour rule. Very, very important to students. If you want to become an A student, use the 24-hour rule, which means that make sure you review your notes while still fresh. Yes, review notes within the 24-hour of class. The 24 hours of class, make sure you review your notes whilst you are still fresh. Don't delay, because when you are attending lectures and you are not reviewing the notes, you are piling them up. When exam is fast approaching, you can't make an active recall. You can't understand all this within this frame time. No. So make sure as you are attending for lectures, when you come back to the hostel, when you relax, then make sure you review notes while still fresh within that 24 hours of class. Make it a promise to yourself to review notes, because forgetting the curves is brutal after that. So make sure you don't delay too much about a week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks before visiting your notes. No. You might forget other aspects of the lectures. So make sure you review notes whilst you are still fresh and make active use of the 24-hour rule. Very, very important to A students. This is one of the secrets. Our last point to consider is that your health matters. If you are tired, take a break. Learn to take a break if you are tired. Your health matters as a student. Sometimes students crash during exams because they ignore this. Don't do all night throughout. No. Take a break. Your health matters. When you are tired, learn to take a break so that you avoid being burned out. It's very, very important. This is what A students are doing. As a student, try your possible best to sleep like 6 to 7 hours. Also, eat healthier and try to move. Don't be stagnant at one place. No. Try to move, like explore to different places. When you are tired, just take a break to do something exciting. Go to places to engage yourself in 1 or 2 things, to revitalize your focus back, to make your focus active again, so that you come back to continue with your academic, work. Very, very important. Learn to take a break to avoid being burned out. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I strongly believe that with these appropriate approaches, becoming an A student is highly assured. Pick one part of the acronym R.E.A.D and apply it this very week. Comment which one you are going to use. Alright, if you get value from this video, kindly do me the honor to like the video Drop your comment in the comment section below, and kindly don't forget to subscribe to get notified for other subsequent content to come, and don't forget to share as well. You are once again welcome to Abdullah 360 YouTube channel. More educative content coming right here on my YouTube channel, so kindly keep in touch. Thank you very much for watching. Wishing us all the best. I will see you in my next video at the corner of the screen.